Yeah, we bring reviews of your house. Talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house. Wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house. We keeps it cool in your house. We keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah. Mark's hating on his fans. Becky Nish on the man. Play with two like a lion. Household a dangerous alliance. I am a nightmare like Cody. And I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
Fuck this shit! It's all about podcasts these days.
This is Leo Rush, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, and you are listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is Austin Theory of Evolve, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
This is AEW's Darby Allin, and you're listening to In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakon House and my man, Michael Hutchison. That's Mikey Hutch. This is the People's Podcast. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boys, Con and Hutch, ready to get at work. When it comes to this professional wrestling business, that is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And oh my God, look at the clock. I'm checking the time because last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest, because we hit them with that word. Round the clock. You guys already know what it is. Oh yes, the director's in the building. Me and Hutch about to kill him. How you doing, bro?
I'm a little bit exhausted, but I'm doing a lot of it fantastic, bro. I actually had some gym time today.
Okay.
I actually, went in, pushed some stuff around, moved some stuff around, and just seeing people, man, what really pisses me off, man?
What's that?
People who don't have gym etiquette.
What do you mean? What do you mean exactly? I kind of feel like I know what you mean, but break it down.
I think you know what I mean. First off, deodorant is a thing.
Yo.
You come in to the gym wanting to better yourself, and I'm all about that, but you come in smelling like a sack full of assholes pissed off at each other?
Yo.
That's a problem.
Secondly,
we all know we got the Wu-Tang flu out here floating around, right?
Man, for real.
We got this coronavirus thing.
Wu-Tang,
y'all need to wipe down the equipment when you're done.
Man, for
right?
real, wipe me down.
wipe it down. Wipe it down. We got the modern day plague going around. Wu-Tang flu ain't nothing to fuck with.
Man.
Right?
Whew.
So yeah, I just had a rant for a second. As you know, Con, we talked about it a little bit off air. I'm a bit ranty today. I don't know if that's a word, but it's a word now.
Man, you're moody as hell today.
Hey, I'm not moody. I'm ranty. There's a difference.
Oh man.
Anyway,
man,
I'm doing good, man. It's great to be back, and it seems like we got a pattern here. I keep popping in on the guest shows.
Yes,
here
man.
as of late. I'm with it.
Oh man, because we get some of the best and hottest talent here at In Your House, man. But before we go ahead and jump into that, man, I was a guest myself on a podcast this past weekend.
I heard about that. I did catch a little bit of your of the live stream that you did on Facebook.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to that, man. And I was actually crushing. I'm glad you brought that up. I wanted to go, man. Ended up I had some things that tied me down over here, so I apologize to you on air as I did off air about not being able to make that. But yeah, man. I mean, good on you, man. You're getting out there, man. Getting our brand out there. Shit, dude. We've been talking about 2020 is going to be ours. Shit, we're talking the talk and walking it, aren't we, bro?
Yes, man, it's happening, bro. I had a chance to hop on Uncle Buck's House podcast and promote some professional wrestling, mainstream and independent, and I just had a good time, man. They were real open-minded. We're recording this right here on a Tuesday evening, but when you guys listen to it, it'll be Wednesday morning, 6 a.m., so put in your house, in your ears as you're driving the kids to school, or maybe you're just driving to work. We're here to give you that work, and also that podcast will be dropping the same time or the same day that this one will, so that's great. But now let's get back to business at hand here, man. And March 7th, bro, is coming up, and it's damn, dude, it's coming pretty fast. And it's New Wave Pro's Steel City Madness going down at the Armory in Terre Haute, Indiana. And it's looking to be a fantastic show, bro. I'm not sure if you've been keeping up with their social medias, but, man, they are keeping that awareness, keeping everybody, content's king, bro, keeping everybody aware of what is going down March 7th, man. It's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan on any kind of social media and you're not seeing New Wave Pro, you must be looking at your social media with your eyes closed. Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's a good thing. And what I love about it as well is even though it's everywhere, it's not the same content being rehashed and pushed out there.
Yeah.
It's constantly new, fresh content for you guys. So, again, man, New Wave Pro, you hear that phrase, they have, to have your finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
New Wave Pro definitely has that. I mean, just the way that they present themselves, and again, the level of talent that they have on their roster too. I mean, all the boxes have been checked. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think it's safe to say they're killing the game.
Absolutely, man. Totally agree. And speaking of killing the game, man, our next guest here is doing just that, man, because I've seen this cat's face everywhere. He's just straight killing it. I mean, he's hitting those roads. Every time I look at a professional wrestling poster, I'm seeing this guy's face somewhere. He's doing great, great things. And he's got a big match coming up on March 7th against Never Say Die, Josh Crane and Braden Lee. And whoever wins this match is going to get themselves a little opportunity at the Ultra Rapid Championship for New Wave Pro. And, man, this guy, man, he's got a great look. Great fresh look, just a really good promo, man. He's different. That's the biggest thing for me, Hutch, is that he's different than a lot of cats that you're seeing out there, and that's why I'm a fan, because you see everybody, not to say that everybody's dressing or looking the same, it's just kind of hard to see something super different. This guy's super different, man. He's the walking apocalypse paragon. How are you doing, bro?
Well, first of all, if you were going to introduce the purple one, you got to introduce him right, okay?
Yeah.
First of all, I am Mr. Smooth as Ice, twice as nice, never had a bad day in my damn life, mouth like Ali, dangerous as Tyson, and if you allow the smooth taste to fool you, you'll get lost in the sauce and wish for something as sweet as pain. Mr. Big Drip Energy, Mr. All That and Then Some. The man that makes women want to take a walk on his walking apocalypse. When he blesses a woman, she'll never sneeze again. He is the wrath of the Almighty, and he is the walking apocalypse, the ever vainglorious one, Paragon. And Paragon is feeling just that, vainglorious, baby. How you doing?
Woo, Hutch, come on, bro. Give it up for my man. That was wonderful.
How did you botch that intro, Con?
Bro, usually I'm the man at introducing the talent.
That was glorious.
Oh, man, seriously, I'm going to have to...
No, baby. That was vainglorious. Get it right.
My apologies, sir. My apologies.
I'm loving this already, man. This is great, man. We have got the walking apocalypse here, man, and oh my goodness, just a smooth on the mouthpiece as ever. Oof, I'm loving it, man. man, it is great and a complete honor to have you on the show, bro. Thanks for coming on, taking some time out your busy schedule, man.
Well, Paragon appreciates it because he actually was on his way to the gym, and he goes, oh, well, he has to make sure that he gets in your house before he leaves the house. And speaking of smooth, I mean, I am the one Sade was singing about when she said smooth operator. So you got it's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
Oh man, this is okay. I can tell this is gonna come off to a hot start. I love it. And man, with a mouthpiece like that, man, you're first of all you're in the right business, that's for sure. But I wanna bring it down. I wanna bring it down here, man. Bring it down real quick. Like I said, you jump off the screen to me, bro. As far as your look and obviously the way that you talk too. I mean, I'm definitely seeing nothing but positive attributes here. But I want to bring it down and ask you this, man. Professional wrestling, we all got here one way or the other, man. I did, Hutch did, you did too. Where did this all start, man? Where did it start for the Walking Apocalypse Paragon?
So, once upon a time, after Paragon, very, very small, knee-high to a grasshopper, around the age of 2 years old, just got done with his bath of milk and honey, and his uncle sits him down next to him and introduces him to WWF Monday Night Raw is War. Ooh. And he says, little man, young God, that person on that screen right there, he goes by the name of Rocky Maivia. And when I tell you he's going to be a star, when I tell you this guy right here is going to be something, few weeks later, few months later, a moon night later, Rocky Maivia becomes the legendary The Rock. That moment, Paragon fell in love with wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Then, let's fast forward a little bit in time. Paragon was then introduced to another vainglorious being, Eduardo Guerrero, also known as Eddie Guerrero. Oh. And Paragon was captivated by this brother's charisma. He was captivated by this brother's Latino heat. He was captivated by the corazon and the charisma that lived inside this person. And the night that Eddie Guerrero won that WWE championship, Paragon said to himself, you know what, I could do that. And the night that Eddie Guerrero rested his eyes for the final time, Paragon looked up at the heavens and said, Eddie, you have been the hero of the Purple One. You have been the inspiration of the Purple One. So in honor of you, Paragon will become a professional wrestler. And so, Paragon, after finishing his school and his studies in college, he then went over to the House of Truth Wrestling School. And after 12 long weeks of not just scratching and clawing to get the craft down, because if anybody knows anything about MMA fighters, when they transition to professional wrestling, it can be a tricky one. But after going through 12 brutal weeks and being the top of his class at every step, because, you know, when you're always ahead, you don't have to step that far, Paragon then made his professional wrestling debut in December 16th, 2017. And just like that, it's been history. He's been tearing it up all over the Midwest, all over the East Coast. Paragon actually is going to be making this year his debut in Missouri, Mississippi, North Carolina, and potentially Florida. There's no stopping Paragon. There's no stopping Paragon.
Ooh, man, I am loving it. I'm loving the drip. I'm loving the charisma. I'm loving the confidence. Oh, man. Hutch, are you hearing this? I think I might have found my new most favorite wrestler, bro, because this, man, I'm loving it, bro. Hutch, you got anything for Paragon, man? Because he's on fire, bro.
Hey, he really is, though. I mean, you know, it's a vibe. You know what?
Yes, he is. He's the vibe.
What can I say?
It's a vibe. Yeah, Paragon knows.
All right, so Paragon. I always ask this question, man. And I think we're going to get a fun answer here. And I don't want you to get in trouble. I know there's some things that, you know, the Paragon can't speak on, but
the Purple One, bro.
You traveled the roads, man. You've been everywhere, wrestled for multiple different promotions and that kind of thing, and continue to. You've had to have seen some crazy stuff out on the road, man. You got any crazy road stories? Any kind of like fun, like locker room stories? Anything like that you could share?
Oh, Paragon got some stories. The Purple One got some stories.
That's silly.
I mean, I'm gonna be a little tame with this. Hopefully, Paragon don't get in no trouble sharing this story, because you know what? It's just a fun one. Paragon was actually traveling on the road with Impact Wrestling's Michael Elgin, who's also a House of Truth alumni, under the tutelage of the great Truth Martini. We're traveling on the road, and while we're traveling, we're listening to music, and he's like, first of all, this is trash. I need to put on some real music. And so Paragon doesn't know what to expect because, first of all, Big Mike's a white man from Canada who lives in Missouri. Paragon has no idea what this man listens to.
Right.
So Paragon's like, Paragon's worried because he thinks he'll put on some, better lock them doors and turn the lights down low. Paragon ain't trying to listen down the road. Not Paragon's vibe. But no, Big Michael Elgin says to Paragon and the people they're riding with, put on some Ja Rule.
What?
Paragon's like, the hell? What you know about those hips, those thighs? What you know about Ja Rule, Big Mike?
I be without my baby.
Right. What's my motherfucking name? I'm like, what the hell? All right, Big Mike.
Love it.
So we listen to Ja Rule on the road, and then we're talking about music, and then Big Mike's like, I don't care what you guys say. The greatest song of all time is Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson. I'm like, and the motherfucker loves Michael Jackson. Like, are you a black dude in a white Canadian dude's body? Like, do we
Man,
need to
for
talk
real.
about this? Like, we can just, like, let's just. Is there a reason they call you Big Mike? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. But the very first day that we actually met up with Big Mike, we're picking him up from Rockstar Pro in Dayton, Ohio, to ride down to a show we had in Chesapeake, Ohio. And we were actually picking him and Tootie Lynn Ramsey up, and we're going to grab them. And first we're ribbing Tootie the whole time because Mike keeps bringing up the fact that they went to a gas station and Tootie bought a Lunchable. And he's like, you're a grown woman. You're a grown woman. I believe Tootie was like 23, 24 at the time. And he's like, you're a grown woman buying a Lunchable at a gas station of all places. Get some real food. But Mike has us traveling all over Dayton, Ohio, looking for a Diet Cold Red Mountain Dew and pickled flavored pork rinds. So we're driving, right? So we're looking all over for a Diet Cold Red Mountain Dew and dill picker flavored pork rinds, all the while roasting Tootie Lynn Ramsey, Finchie, I believe she's going by now, and we're trying to figure out where in the hell we're going to find this stuff. Granted, we still have a show that we have to be at that's like 2-3 hours away the next day. So we're tired. We just gone. And we driving around trying to find it. We finally find the Diet Cold Red Mountain Dew, but we don't actually find the dill pickle pork rinds for the next day. So that was just one of the interesting stories of getting a ride with Big Mike, trying to find Diet Cold Red Mountain Dew, dill pickle flavored pork rinds, while we all in here talking about I do what you do.
I'm sitting over here talking, bro. Paragon is just a treat, Hutch. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I got tears rolling down my face right now, bro.
Oh, I'm loving it, bro. This is awesome, man. Guys, we are sitting in with the walking apocalypse. Paragon, the purple one himself, having a great conversation. And we're talking to you guys. You guys know who you are. You guys are the household in the 14 different countries across these great United States and locally right here in Indiana. And guys, we're going to take a quick little pause for the cause. Gotta pay some bills. Gotta talk about our sponsors real quick. I hate to break it up like this because we're having such a great conversation. But guys, when we come back, we're going to continue to talk to Paragon. Hey guys, this is the director, Con House of In Your House, and this episode is sponsored by Podcorn. Podcorn is a marketplace connecting podcasters to amazing podcast sponsorship opportunities such as host read ads, interview segments, topical discussions, and more. With Podcorn, there is no middleman. Podcasters of all sizes can browse and choose opportunities right on the platform, set their own rates, and collaborate collaborate with brands directly without any exclusivities. You never give up any rights to your podcast, and Podcorn is here to support you at every step to ensure you're protected and compensated for the work that you do for brands. The marketplace mission is to give podcasters transparency, creative control, and freedom, and full control of how and when they monetize. So check the show notes on this episode and you will see a link to www.podcorn.com/podcasters. But now it's time to get back to In Your House. Welcome back to In Your House, hosted by the director, Con House, and of course the cornerstone of commentary, Mikey Hutch. And guys, we are sitting in with the Walking Apocalypse Paragon. He came in hot, y'all, ready to go. And during commercial break, he was just kind of telling me all the stuff that he's done, man. My God, for such a young age. So let me ask you this, Paragon. I know that you're timeless, man. We know that the purple one is timeless. But can we put an age on it, man? Like, how young are you, man? Because I want to talk about all the stuff you've done and where you've been.
Well, in the wrestling business, you can say Paragon is 2 years old. Now, in the wrestling business, Paragon's 2 years old. He's been doing this since December 16th of 2017, so he's not yet reached the 3-year mark just yet. Yeah. Paragon, he is Mr. Big Drip Energy himself, so it wouldn't make sense that he's 24 carats in age. Okay. We'll be making his quarter century birthday in June, and Paragon might be a little young, but as you said, Paragon is timeless, because he's been around this earth a few times. Mm-hmm. It's just this vessel that is young itself.
Yes, man. Yes. So you were just kind of talking about where all you've been during the commercial break and just everything that you've done. Would you care to share that with the listening audience, where you've been in just this short 2 years? Because I know they're interested in hearing it, bro, and I'm interested in hearing it again.
Oh yeah, and so Paragon in those 2 years, he has wrestled for almost 30 different companies. He has wrestled in 9 states. He has had a good number of matches. Believe it or not, the average independent wrestler in their first year only has 25 to 30 matches. Wow. In their second year, mm-hmm. they are lucky if they reach between 50 and 70. In Paragon's 2-year mark, actually before Paragon's 2-year mark, Paragon already reached his match 100.
Wow.
And so Paragon also is currently at 117 matches. And here's the thing. Some people might think, well, that's not impressive because they wrestle on weekly shows. But then Paragon wants you to remember this. Paragon doesn't have a weekly show where Paragon currently resides. Paragon's weekly show is the road. Paragon is constantly traveling, seeing new places, seeing new venues, wrestling in tournaments. And so while some people might get to have the luxury of future great wrestlings or WCWOs or things such as that, that's great that you have that. But also Paragon gets to experience some things on a larger scale. Nothing against those companies, but when some of those companies are training facilities and some of those companies are weekly shows, so you're working with the same people week after week, month after month, Paragon gets to, share the ring with the likes of indie standouts such as like Aaron Williams or Jock Sampson or the Gymnasty Boys, Mysterious Movado. So, and has victories on some of them, just saying myself. But
just saying,
just saying. Successful WTF tag title defense against the Gymnasty Boys. Word up. But so when you are having opportunities like that, some people might first look down on the fact that, you've only had this many matches, but at the same time, when the average professional wrestler only has so many dates at their hands, because you also got to consider, a lot of people have to first claw and scratch for bookings. A lot of people start off as referees and managers before they can even step foot in that ring. Yeah. Paragon's very, very first opportunity in a professional wrestling ring was in a professional wrestling ring. Paragon's been Paragon since day one. Paragon wasn't I'm Joe Schmo and then became Paragon overnight. No, Paragon went to bed Paragon, woke up Paragon, got in the ring Paragon, took off his wrestling gear Paragon, went home Paragon, laid with a couple of virgin maidens that weren't virgins at the time the night was over, and then went to sleep Paragon, and then woke up Paragon again.
man, Paragon out here, the Wilt Chamberlain of professional wrestling, and I absolutely love it, man. Hutch, I got a couple more questions for him. I'm gonna throw out there, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you a turn, man. You got at least one more question for my man, the Walking Apocalypse Paragon, the purple one.
I do. Paragon. Yeah, as we've as you clearly established here, you've been around a few times. You've worked here and there, so to speak. I feel like, if you think back, Cody had a list of talent, a list of wrestlers that he wanted to work with. Now, I'm not asking you to run down a whole list if you don't want to. Of course, Paragon, you can run through as many names as you would like. But do you have a name or two, or possibly a few names out there in current workers in the wrestling game that you would love to work with?
Ooh, good question.
So here's a funny thing about lists. Paragon makes a list every single year. He just never tells people about it.
Oh,
okay.
Because here's the thing, you move in silence. There's that person that always says they're moving in silence, and there's the person that does it. There's the person that goes, big moves coming, y'all stay tuned, versus the person that just posts the flyer and shows their face on it. Mm-hmm. Paragon doesn't have time to be the loudmouth on social media, because Paragon can be the loudmouth in that ring but back it up. Now, Paragon's going to give you guys an exclusive, though.
Okay, yeah, exclusive. Let's go.
Paragon's 2020 list. Chris Caliber.
Ooh, okay.
Sugar Dunkerton.
Yeah.
Atticus Cougar.
Oh.
Yes.
Matt Seidel.
Ooh.
Matt Cross and Shane Taylor, both fellow Clevelanders.
Ooh.
Big Bad Justin Kyle.
Ooh.
Ooh, damn.
Cole Radrick.
Oh, yeah.
Rhino.
Ooh.
House of Truth alumni Jimmy Jacobs.
Ooh. Who this list?
The Shogun Jackson Stone.
Oh.
Paragon wants to run it back with the likes of Aaron Williams and Nolan Edwards. Then Paragon wants to get in the ring with Calvin Tankman.
Ooh.
Fellow House of Truth alumni Kevin Calloway up in Michigan. Paragon's dark brother at arms Mojo McQueen. The newly revived Alex Shelley. Freddie Hudson. Lee Moriarty. Corey Storm. The list goes on and on. But at the end of the day, no matter who is on this list, Paragon wants everybody to realize this. These knees are rated E for everyone. When Paragon says he will suplex your kid, you are somebody's child, and you belong to somebody, and these suplexes and these knees don't discriminate. Everybody can get it on sight. So he wants anybody to know that it doesn't matter how big, how small, how fast, how agile, how crazily, delusionally deranged you think you are in your head. There's a million of you, but there's only one Paragon. Remember that.
Oh, loving it, man.
Man.
Hutch, Paragon is all fired up in here, man. He's all fired up, bro.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not even saying this to brag on myself. I'm saying this solely for the responses that I've gotten from Paragon. I'm so stoked at the questions that I've asked.
Yes,
like dead
man.
ass. Like, that's fucking tremendous. Fucking tremendous.
He's a super talent, man. He is a super talent. Now, like the purple one said, those knees are rated E for everyone, and March 7th is just another opportunity for you to put that to the test, because, oh great purple one, the Wilt Chamberlain of professional wrestling, as I now call you, that's my name for you. You got a big match coming up against Brazy Braden Lee and Never Say Die Josh Crane, who was just over in Japan a short time ago, and this is for an opportunity, a chance to fight for the Ultra Rapid Championship over at New Wave Pro for Steel City Madness on March 7th. Now, you cut a very impassioned promo about talking about putting these guys down, taking them to their doom. I would like to hear you break down a little bit more about what your strategy will be in that match, and of course, I don't think Paragon has any doubt that Paragon is going to walk away the victor. But if you could talk about this match a little bit for the household here, I'm sure it's going to be interesting, and everybody's going to want to hear it.
Well, you brought something up. This is a big match. Ironically enough, none of the beings in this match are unfamiliar with big match stakes. Now, Paragon and Josh Crane, we've met in locker rooms, but never met in that squared circle. Mm-hmm. Paragon has heard great things. He has seen things. But it doesn't matter what you have done in life until you get in that ring with Paragon. Paragon is not like anybody you've ever faced before. He's not like anything you've ever seen. There's a reason that the saying goes, mouth like Ali, but as dangerous as Tyson. Yeah, Paragon may have the rock flow, but he'll put you on the flow like you were just in a Tyson fight. I got the elbows, knees, and joints like John Jones, and I'm ready to break bones every single time I'm in that ring. So he might not be ready to say die, but he will say quit if he gets trapped in just one of Paragon's brutal submissions. Number two, there is the brazy Braden Lee. Believe it or not, Paragon and Braden aren't shy of each other. There have been times Paragon and Braden have shared carloads. There have been times Braden and Paragon have shared the ring. But ironically enough, when Paragon and Braden faced each other one-on-one, it was Paragon's hand that was raised, and it was Braden that was looking up at the lights. Granted, that was before Braden found his brazy side, but Paragon is like Doomsday. The more you attack Paragon, the more he gets better. The more you knock Paragon down, the more he evolves and gets stronger. There's a reason that Paragon wrestles, fights, competes, and looks like nothing you've ever seen before, because he is nothing you've ever seen before. And just because you may have thought a familiar beast, this is not the same monster, Braden Lee. My God. Yeah, you might hear the gift of the gab from Paragon. Yeah, there are two sides. There's the vainglorious one, and then there's the wrath of the Almighty himself. And so it doesn't matter if it's Josh Crane. It doesn't matter if it's Braden Lee. It doesn't matter if it's Cole Radrick, Gregory Irons, Shiloh Greaves with his sweet tea. Doesn't matter if it's Sam Knight. Doesn't matter if it's Justin Kyle. Doesn't matter if it's the entire New Wave locker room. Don't consider this a notice. This is an eviction notice. This is Paragon's house now, in your house. Paragon runs New Wave now. And if you don't know, now you know. You better find out and ask somebody, especially because Paragon ain't coming alone when he comes to New Wave. Paragon is bringing some family. Paragon is bringing his brothers, the tribunal. So if anybody even thinks about stepping to Paragon, there ain't no better not miss, because your arms are too short to box with this demigod.
My God, Hutch. My God, man.
Hey, Con.
Yes.
Con, bro. I gotta go.
Man, bro.
I gotta draw up some paperwork. You know that farm that I have?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet that son of a bitch on Paragon.
Yeah. Bro, come on.
And I feel like it's an easy bet.
Oh my God.
I mean, shit.
Dog, I thought I had a mouthpiece. Damn.
Me too. I'm like, man, I've been known to say, I even put on my resume in my real job. I'm like, I got the gift of gab, right? I'm a silver-tongued devil, right? Now here comes Paragon. Right?
Well, that's what you got to realize. The Melanin Messiah does not speak. He testifies and he prophesies.
Now you got me about to throw in all my ducats in the collection plate. Where's it at?
Man, for real, bro. Oh, my gosh. This dude right here, man. This dude right here, I believe every single word that he says without hesitation. What a fucking star. Oh, my gosh. So, with that being said, man, I got to ask you this. I need an answer to this, because with what I've seen from you in the ring, what I just heard from you, as far as just you speaking, my God, your very unique but great look. What's the end game for the Walking Apocalypse, man? Where do you hope to take this? Where do you want to, what's going to make you on this plane and this vessel, what is going to satisfy you for the duration of this go-round and will make this version of Paragon pleased by the end of this vessel's time? Where do you want to be at, bro?
Well, some people, they want to go to the big leagues.
Yeah.
They want to wrestle on TV. They want to be in WWE. They want to be on Impact, ROH, AEW, New Japan. You know what I'm saying. They want to be where they feel like they matter. That's the difference between them and Paragon. Paragon already matters. Paragon walks into a room and everybody's breath goes cold. Paragon's music hits and you get chills down your spine every single time. Paragon ain't worried about the future because that's already been written in Paragon's essence and destiny. Paragon's worried about Josh Crane and Braden Lee at Steel City. That's Paragon's focus for right now. Now, long term, yes, Paragon would love to make wrestling his final living. You know, Paragon ain't hurting on money. I mean, he is Big Drip Energy after all.
Big Drip Energy.
He is a... But with that being said, Paragon just wants to be able to kick back and look at his life and say, you know what? That'll do. That's all Paragon wants. It don't matter if Paragon wrestles on TV, if Paragon has a big contract. If Paragon can make wrestling his living full time, if Paragon can buy Mama that mansion she's always wanted on the Upper East Side with wrestling money, Paragon's fine. Paragon doesn't have to be on a TV show on a weekly basis working for somebody that definitely don't understand who Paragon is, and so they don't know how to invest in the amalgamation of opportunities that reside in Paragon. Paragon just needs to be right with Paragon. Yeah. It'd be cool to reach higher planes. Definitely don't get Paragon wrong. He would love to reach Shambhala and the new Zion, because he is the zenith of Zion after all. He would love to see those heights. But at the same time, know whether it is a New Wave locker room, an Emerge locker room, whether it's a stadium, whether it's a gym, whether it's a ballroom, Paragon feels like a rock star. He also feels like Anubis himself whenever he walks into a room and those fans are surrounding him and that tunnel vision is focused on his opponent. So, what does Paragon see himself in the near future? Ultra Rapid Champion.
Ooh.
And that's just the beginning.
Ooh. Oh, man. Well,
betting the farm. I'm betting the farm. The farm is bet. The farm
I'll
is
say
bet.
this. Hutch. Bro.
Yo.
You already know what the director does, right?
Talks a lot.
But another thing that the director does is he's always looking for the next big star for a major motion picture.
That
Always looking.
is.
Oh, yes,
always
man.
scouting. Always scouting the talent
Always.
worldwide.
All the time. Because you know the director. The director is always making those trips to LA, always coming back. I'm looking at a few scripts, man. Looking at a couple of scripts here for the next major star. And, man, I don't think I have to look any further, man, because the director is seeing a huge star in Paragon. Hutch, what are you thinking, bro?
Well, I mean, I guess to borrow a phrase from another former podcaster / current AEW commentator, who I hope doesn't choke me out for saying this and stealing his line, it's a layup, bro.
Yes, man. Yes.
That's a layup.
Easy money, man. Easy money. I mean, could you imagine that in lights? Paragon with the director. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. Woo, woo,
Well,
woo.
y'all might have to go back in time just so that way y'all can have Denzel play me in the biopic. He's going to be over there like, he gonna be over there like, I mean, you're telling me right now that you going to tell me that you want me to be in a ring with Josh Crane and Braden Lee. They can't handle me.
Oh.
Braden Lee and Josh Crane ain't got shit on me.
Facts.
They are King Kong, and I'm Godzilla. I'm the king of the kaiju, and they can't compete.
Oh, we found the next major star, bro. We found him, man. He's there. He's right there, man. Absolutely.
Fucking tremendous.
The director is always looking, and that's a star right there, bro. Easy money, easy money. Now, the last question that I want to ask you here before we let you plug and let you get to the gym, because we listen, I'm not trying to take up any more of the Purple One's time. It's something that's near and dear to me. I know it's something that's near and dear to Hutch, and I know it's something that's near and dear to you too, man. And it's a little something called mental health, man. And I know that you're a huge advocate for it, and we've had a lot of fun here. I've had a blast, a lot of jocularity, one of the most entertaining guests that's ever been on this show. But I want to give you a floor and a platform because you deserve it, and I'm happy to give it. As far as, will you talk a little bit about awareness that you're bringing to mental health, just so we can give back as well as you, because I'd love to hear you talk about it, and it doesn't matter how you talk about it, man, but if you just want to break it down just a little bit about what mental health means to you, to the listening audience, because we have so many people in so many different countries and states here in the United States that listen to this, and with somebody as charismatic and amazing as you, and you know, not just in but outside of the ring, I would love to hear you speak on it, because if you could just help one person, I think that'd be great. So could you kind of break down what mental health means to you, man?
Well, most definitely. And this is a topic that's very important to Paragon, because though Paragon seems like his future is so bright you can see him in the dark,
oh yeah,
there was almost no future. We almost didn't get to have this conversation. Back in November, just of 2019, we almost didn't get to have this conversation, to be exact, 2 times.
Yeah.
Because even when you're living in luxury, even having milk and honey baths by the hands of no longer virgin maidens, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you.
Yeah.
Sometimes life gets you down and makes you feel like you don't matter or you're not important.
Yeah.
Life makes you feel like you can't keep on keeping on. But that's what you got to do, you know? And sometimes the easiest way to break through your inhibitions and that dark passenger that latches onto you and tries to swallow you whole, you got to just reach out to people, as hard as that may be, as difficult as that may be, especially because you don't know how people are going to react. And sometimes their reactions can be triggering.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people will rather hold on to you while you're here than mourn you while you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Paragon knows this way too deeply, you know. And Paragon even went on Facebook Live about a couple days after the last bad event, and went on Facebook Live and he shared his story. He shared his story with people.
I remember it, yeah.
And then Paragon even said himself, you know, there are days where Paragon doesn't want to be here. There are days Paragon doesn't know why he's here. But there must be a reason he's supposed to be here, because if 2 times Paragon can come out stronger over something that made him feel weak, and that means that not only is Paragon supposed to be here, but everybody else is too. We all have a purpose. We all have a reason. We all have a stitching in the quilt of the fabric of life.
Yeah.
And you can't allow even yourself to tear that fabric. Every single thing has a purpose. Every single thing has a meaning. Every single thing is the way it is for a reason, both good and bad. But without you, without your existence, without you being here, you destroy the whole timeline. You never know what you could be. And it doesn't mean a matter of you could be the president or an astronaut or a trash man or whatever. You could be something for somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing. Paragon had people reach out to Paragon and tell him that sharing his story helped them. Paragon can't help them if Paragon's not here. Whether it was people saying, you allowed us to start the conversation of mental health. You allowed me to talk to my parents about an eating disorder. Or you allowed me to talk to my girlfriend about me self-harming. There were so many people that flooded Paragon with love, but the most important part when Paragon was sharing his story was the people that reached out, sharing with Paragon how he helped them. That's what Paragon just wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because it's cool to reach out to me and try to give me my roses after the fact, but what you got to realize is there was going to be somebody who was in that same dark place Paragon was, and they were also going to try to attempt the same mistake Paragon made. And sadly, they may not be as lucky as Paragon was.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to this thing, it's very important to Paragon. Yeah, Paragon likes to break pinkies and bodies. He likes to suplex people out of their jeans, but Paragon also wants to help people. He wants to motivate people to be Paragon. The word Paragon means the model of excellence and perfection. Mm-hmm. It is the standard. It's not the status quo. It's the highest rung on the ladder. Yeah. It is the peak. I want all of us to get there. I want all of us to reach our own personal Zion. No matter what that may be, no matter what you may believe in, what you feel for, what you strive for, Paragon wants us all to reach that. And he wants us to reach that the right way. He understands that, with mental health stuff, and here's a lot of things that people, when it comes to mental health, don't understand. They think it's a matter of weakness. They think that, when you deal with this stuff, and if you even attempt something, you're not strong. When in reality, you just want the pain to stop.
Yeah.
Paragon is letting anybody know right now. Even his opponents, after he beats them on March 7th, you can reach out to Paragon.
Right.
Paragon is here. You can message Paragon on Facebook, whether it is Paragon KJ, the Walking Apocalypse Paragon. You can reach Paragon on Instagram, whether that's the Paragon on Instagram or Paragon Motivational, Paragon's motivational page. You can reach Paragon via email, smoke signal, Wu-Tang gang signs if you need to. Paragon will be here for you because Paragon knows that you were supposed to be here. And he knows that because he knows he's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And if Paragon's supposed to be here, we all got a reason, we all got a purpose, and his DMs are always open, except for the little nasty ladies, okay? Y'all need to stop sending Paragon them feet pictures. I don't know who told y'all Paragon liked those. But if you're going to send them feet pictures, at least, do something, because they was crusty. All right, do your toenails, all right? It looks like a gargoyle. There's something. And this ain't Paragon trying to mess with y'all. Y'all probably beautiful, but all he sees is the feet, okay? So just stop sending feet pictures. But Paragon is here for all of you. Paragon wants to see all of you people, all of you parasites, all you worthy worshipers. He wants to see all of you grow into the person you are meant to be. You can't do that if you're not here. And believe it or not, Paragon can't even reach his own destiny if you aren't here, because you are supposed to be here. Everybody is part of this fabric of life. We are all supposed to be here. Don't tear that fabric. Don't cut that thread.
Absolutely. I couldn't add any more to that, man, because it was so well spoken, and I absolutely agree, man. If you ain't feeling right, you can get with Paragon. Hell, you can get with me. I try to be there as well. I've dealt with mental health issues before, and it's still do. It's not stuff that goes away, man. It never goes away. It sticks with you, but you just gotta face it. You know what I mean? You gotta face it, and if you feel like you can't sometimes, obviously you got the purple one there, you got the director, you got the cornerstone of commentary. That's one of the things that I wanted this podcast to be about, was to reach out and let everybody know that if you ain't feeling right, if something don't feel right, talk to people, man, because you need to be here.
And like you said, it never goes away. It's like baggage, it's like luggage. It stays with you. But it's up to us if we decide to unpack what's in it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's what we got to do. Sometimes you just got to unpack that luggage. You got to unpack that baggage. So that way you can move forward, especially because, believe it or not, the luggage and baggage, it takes up much less room when you unpack it. And it ain't as heavy either.
Yep. I agree, man. We obviously know why you're wise beyond your years, because you've walked this earth much longer than all of us put together, man. But even in this vessel in this version of Paragon. 24 carats, 24, 25 coming up in June. You're wise beyond your years, man. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor for the Purple One to come on and bless in your house, man. And one way that I like to give back, and Hutch likes to do it too, is by giving you the floor, the opportunity to plug anything that you want to plug. You've already done some with your social media. If you choose to do so again, you are absolutely welcome. But any upcoming appearances where they can catch you, where they can catch the Purple One, the Walking Apocalypse, Paragon, my new favorite wrestler, it is your time, and plug it.
Well, once again, thank y'all for having the Vainglorious One. You can find Paragon on social media, especially at Instagram, the Paragon, at @the_Paragon. You can also find Paragon's motivational page that's at Paragon Motivation. Get me on Facebook at the Walking Apocalypse Paragon. Never be afraid to reach out to Paragon, whether it's to say hello, whether it's to say you need some help, someone to talk to, or you want to buy some Paragon merchandise. It's also on Pro Wrestling Tees. Paragon will Suplex Your Kids is also up there right now, as well as the Fresh Prince of Magnificence. So go get your stuff while you can. Also, you can catch Paragon at Steel City Madness for New Wave and Terre Haute on March 7th. Before then, you can catch Paragon at World's Finest Wrestling, because why not? He's the world's finest wrestler. You can catch him in Connersville this coming Saturday, but this still this coming Saturday. It'll come out tomorrow. You can catch Paragon at Emerge Wrestling. You can catch Paragon all over the world. So he's going to be at the Best of the Midwest tournament that's going to be coming up at World's Finest Wrestling. It's going to have a slew of incredible stars. You can catch Paragon anywhere, anytime. Just check your social media, because he will be there. He will be breaking bodies, minds, wills, and pinkies. And trust and believe, somebody's catching these knees.
Yes, man, yes. This has been a great conversation. It's been thrilling, man. Super excited to drop this, but in all seriousness, to bring it back down again, Paragon, bro, thank you so much for coming on and blessing this podcast. Thank you so much for your words, for your wisdom, and thank you for everything that you do in putting your body on the line for our entertainment. But for me, most importantly, thank you for spreading your message of mental health, spreading your message of giving everybody a chance and an opportunity to understand that it's important for them to be here. That's so important, and I appreciate that message that you preached and the videos that you put out late last year, man. That was I looked at it, spoke to me, man. Your journey is amazing. I'm enjoying it. I know a lot of other people are too. But in conclusion, man, thank you so much. This has been one of my most favorite conversations, man. You're an awesome talent and a better person.
Paragon appreciates that. He appreciates you both. You guys have been incredible. This is probably one of the most fun, but also most real podcast Paragon has had in a while. Other than peace, I'm trying to get to Paragon himself. But he thanks both of y'all for having him. He had fun with you guys. He got to talk some shit like Paragon likes to. He got to put forth a warning to anybody that decides to send in Paragon's way. Got to call out some people that are on Paragon's list. But he also got to tell people what's in Paragon's heart. And that's the most important thing to Paragon, because you know what? Paragon got to threaten people a lot. He always got to, tell people what he going to do to them and whatnot. Sometimes Paragon's going to hold you. Let you know you good. You okay. He got you. You good. Let me just, hold on. Just move your hand. Move your hand. I'm trying to hug you. Just let me, move your hand. Fucking hug you. Just let me. I did it right there. Just tuck it. You ain't tucking it, man. Just tuck it, goddamn. You don't tuck it. You don't tuck it. All right, there you go right there.
Oh, man. Hutch, I love this guy, man. I truly do. Oh, man, March 7th's going to be a blast, man. Hutch, you know what time it is, man? I feel bad for you, man, because you got to follow one of the greatest of all time. But you know what? This is your time, man, to plug it.
Well, my name's Hutch. See you later, everybody. Nah, man. In all seriousness, Paragon, this is, with all due respect to the other guests that we've had on this show, I love them all. They've all been awesome in their own way. But I gotta say, man, and I'm not saying this just because you're present right now. This seriously has been probably one of my favorite interviews that we've done on this show.
Yeah.
And I think, as Khan said, it's because we've covered all the bases here. And the most important one, as, again, Khan alluded to, is the whole mental health thing. I love that there's an actual dialogue about this now because, again, it's something that, as Khan said, that he's wrestled with it. You stated that you wrestle with it. I wrestle with it, too. Everybody has their own fight that they have. And now that this dialogue is being spoken about it, people's learning that they're not fighting that fight alone.
Yes.
And it's, and I want to reiterate too, just in my own words here, that, if anybody out there is, having a rough time, nobody here can solve your problems. It's, things are going to pan out how they pan out, but you don't got to fight that fight alone. And it helps to talk about it. Find somebody you could vent to, be it myself, be it Khan, be it Paragon, be it your family, your friends, somebody. Vocalize what's going on, get it out of your head, and you're meant to be here. You are special, and don't listen to that negative voice in your head because it doesn't know fuck all of what it's talking about. That being said, you can follow me on the Twitter at Hutch IYH. Give me a follow. Let me know what you did. And, I'm pretty active on there. I do believe I'm up to 570 some people now. Ooh. I don't know. I got quite a few people sipping on the Kool-Aid. 578 people following me. So, yeah, I want to add that, man. I want to get a legion of people. We say here, we have a creed that I'm getting to. Regardless of what you cheer, what you boo. If it's WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, AEW, New Way Pro. Again, hit the New Way Pro, because if you ain't on that bandwagon, you're really fucking up as a wrestling fan. Mm-hmm. That being said, we are wrestling, we are Legion, we are one. Thank you very much for listening to our show. Thank you very much, Paragon, for joining us on our show. And you folks enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.
We are one. One of the great slogans of this show from the cornerstone of commentary, Mikey Hutch. And guys, this was a fantastic interview with a fantastic talent, and man, it don't get no better than that. You know why? Because me, Hutch, and of course the Purple One himself give y'all that work. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. Hey guys, check us out. It's coming up. Oh yes, it's the DDIT. That is the Dynamic Duo Invitational Tag Team Tournament for Upstart Pro, coming on the 29th, and the director is in the house, hitting up that commentary table, giving them that work. Moving right along to March 7th, it is time for Steel City Madness for New Wave Pro. And you know the director's gonna be in the house, hitting that commentary table, and we're just gonna hit it as hard as as we can. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a freaking shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Get this work. Get this shirt. And guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone. Because the household, we still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.